Oh, what's the word? the Sorry, it's a little loud here. I'm in Kathmandu right now. Let me just focus it on my face. Hi! So I just got back from my 10-day silent retreat and I wanted to tell you guys about my experience. So it's called a Vipassana retreat and it's basically 10 days of no talking, no eye contact, no physical contact, no internet, no phones, no sex. No, yeah, basically it's just you in solitude for 10 days and the only time you can talk is when you're asking the teacher questions. So throughout these 10 days you just sit in meditation and you learn about meditation and you learn about Vipassana, which is a form of meditation. Yeah, it was definitely life-changing. So I learned about it from a friend of mine who told me that there are like silent retreats all around the world and they do it for free. So you get free accommodation the whole 10 days, you get 3 meals a day, and yeah, basically you just gotta get yourself there, which is pretty cool. And then you learn about meditation and it's amazing. Yeah, so I learned about it a while ago, but then I met a girl in India named Nadia. Hi, I love you, Nadia. She told me about her experience. She was like, I felt reborn afterwards, and after hearing about that I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I was in Delhi and I booked a 10-day Vipassana in Jaipur, and yeah, I just got back from it. And I just feel reborn. Why did I want to do a Vipassana, or why did I want to do 10 days of solitude, solidarity, detox on every kind of level? Why would anyone want to do this kind of thing? Basically I came to India for a spiritual journey. I was having some challenges with like mindset. I wasn't really clear on how or which direction I wanted to take my business and how I wanted to run my business, and I was just looking for some answers within myself, I guess. Just figuring out what I want to do and what I want to do with my life, which is why I decided that, okay, I need to take these 10 days to just look inward instead of looking externally for answers, because all of my answers are in here. So that's why I decided to do a Vipassana, so I can learn how to find these answers myself. And yeah. Challenges of the 10-day Vipassana. Oh my gosh. There are so many challenges. It was one of the hardest things I've done in my life. Not talking to anyone for 10 days and also just being away from, you know, I couldn't read, I couldn't write, I couldn't talk to anyone. Did I say that already? Yeah, so I couldn't like journal or read at all or do any like any other religious spiritual practices. So no like affirmations, no visualizations, which I had a pretty hard time with, and I did visualize a couple of times. Yeah, I just couldn't do anything spiritual with that. I had to take off my mala beads too. But yeah, it was just 10 days of meditating from morning till night, and I am surprised that I got through it. Yeah, it's amazing. The first day was really challenging, so we got there before day one. I got there like at 2 p.m. the day before, and the night before there was like a hour and a half, 2-hour meditation session, and I sat there and my legs were just, in so much pain, and I was just sitting there and my legs were like hurting so bad because you have to sit cross-legged and there's no backrest unless you have like a medical condition, then you can have a backrest. But in my head I was just screaming like this hurts so bad. It was bad the first few days. Like, yeah, I couldn't wait to stand up, and the first 3 or 4 days after standing up for meditation and walking around, like my hips were popping with every step I was taking. And my knees were hurting so bad, like, oh my gosh. Yeah, anyways, but the pain goes away. They teach you how to deal with your pain and how to confront with your pain and your fears, and that's the beauty of it. So I learned how to, or after the 10 days, like I'm able to sit and meditate for an hour straight without switching positions, like just sitting cross-legged and staying put for an hour. Before I was switching positions like every 10 minutes because it was so uncomfortable, but now I feel like I can handle the discomfort and I can confront it, and I learned how to observe the pain instead of like focusing so much on how much it hurt. I observed it and I was categorizing, I guess, how it was feeling. Like I felt numbness, I felt heat, I felt coldness, I felt heaviness, and instead of it just being like pain, I dissected it. That's the word. I dissected it, and it's like, what kind of pain is this, you know? Like, is it numbness? It's numbness and coldness. And if you want to learn more about Vipassana and stuff, like all those different sensations have a different meaning to them. So if you're feeling coldness in your pain, that has to do with fear. If it feels very heavy and yeah, it feels like you're just sinking into the earth, that has to do with, I don't remember. But heat has to do with anger. So if you're feeling a lot of like sweatiness, perspiration, that means you have a lot of anger within you, and that's your body letting it out. What else was it? And like, yeah. But yeah, it's so cool how all these different sensations that you feel relate to an emotion that you feel and that you're holding and that you're not letting go. And I learned how to let go of these feelings and let go of these things that weren't serving me. Yeah, and it's just so awesome, so amazing. The 4th day is when they teach you about Vipassana. So people usually say the 2nd day and the 6th day are the hardest. The 4th day is when they teach you about Vipassana. The first 3 days, you basically just learn how to breathe and how to feel your own breath and realize that it's there. But the 4th day, you learn Vipassana, which is like sitting in meditation and just scanning your body from head to toe and feeling all of the different sensations in different parts of your body, because you're always feeling these sensations in your body. Your mind's just too busy focusing on other stuff to notice it. Day 4, I learned about Vipassana, and it was so uncomfortable. Day 4 is when you're told to like stop switching positions and you just have to sit still for the next hour. So I tried really hard to sit still, and it was just so challenging. Yeah, my legs were in so much pain, but like I said, I learned to observe it now, and it's all good now. Oh my gosh, day 6 was just amazing for me. On day 6, I feel like I tapped into the vortex. I was just sitting there like cross-legged meditating, and I was just like, my back kind of hurts, and just feeling feeling the different sensations in my body. And I was just like analyzing them, and it's like I can feel the sensations changing in my body. And yeah, on day 6, like my legs were in pain. It was like hot, and it was like strainy, pulley pain. But then all of a sudden the pain like went away and my body just felt like so light and airy, and I felt like I was on fucking cloud 9, and I felt like I was in the vortex, and I was just sitting there, but I felt like I was just in a different dimension. I was sitting in a jungle house, and I can like feel everything. I can hear the different animal sounds, but I was also surrounded by animals at the center, so maybe that's why too. But I can like feel the people there, and I can feel their energy. And then I was visualizing, even though I wasn't supposed to, visualizing like all these travel plans that I was gonna do, and it just seemed so real, and my body was just so high vibed and just so light and airy, and like it was amazing. And I feel like I finally tapped into the vortex on day 6, and yeah, it was just, I finished that meditation and I was just like, this is what happens when you meditate the right way. Oh, so I learned that the number one reason people are miserable in life is because we're clingy. We have all these attachments to things that were either in the past, experiences in the past, or experiences in the future that we want. And the reason that people are miserable is because they have attachment to these things, and when their expectations of these attachments aren't met, they feel horrible, and that's what makes them miserable. So what we were taught to do is to just let go of all these attachments and expectations, and just to accept things as they are, like in reality. So the reason people attach themselves to like past experiences or future experiences has to do with the sensation that it will give them. It has to do with how it will make them feel. So we cling on to like how people were at the beginning of relationships because they made you feel so good at the beginning of the relationship, and then throughout the relationship you guys are both changing, and then you just feel like, oh, he's changed, he doesn't do this for me anymore, he doesn't make me feel this way anymore, and you're just holding on to that attachment of the person that this guy needs to be, when you guys are both constantly changing. And that is why people aren't happy in relationships. They're holding on to past feelings, emotions, and sensations. And yeah, we just learned how to, instead of categorizing sensations as like good or bad, they're just sensations. Like there's no good or bad. Like if you choose what you like and what you don't like, and you keep doing that push and pull, like that's what's gonna create these attachments to sensations, and that's what's gonna make you miserable. So what we learned is to just generalize sensations. So if you felt like a poking pain, it's not a bad thing. It's just a sensation that occurs, and then it's gonna change. And we learned the word adichi, which means like impermanence, which means that things are always changing. Things are always going to change, whether it's good or bad. It's always temporary. So we just learned to, when we feel like a sensation, we just observe it, and then in our mind just say like, this will pass, this will pass, this will soon pass, because that's how it is. Like we're always changing. We're just a sack of atoms. We're just a sack of atoms and molecules moving and colliding into each other, and these chemical reactions are what's creating these sensations in our body that we feel, and these chemical reactions aren't permanent. So these sensations aren't permanent, and that's why we learn to just let things go and just, yeah, live in the present. Because yeah, like when I feel pain now, I'm just like, it's just a chemical reaction, like it will pass. well, that's what I say during my meditations, like, this will soon pass. It's just a chemical reaction. I'm just a sack of atoms. But yeah, it's really helped me get clear on what I want to do and what I want to share with the world. And I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of work that I have to do in this planet, in this world, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Yeah, big things are gonna happen soon, so yeah, thank you. I feel like I've been talking forever. It's been like 17 minutes, but I'm probably gonna edit some stuff out. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to, my battery is running out. For listening to my experience with Vipassana. If you're feeling called to do it, like, seriously do it. It's free. Just get yourself there, and you're seriously gonna have you're gonna learn so much about yourself, and you're gonna become your own best friend, and you're gonna be much happier and less stressed. But yeah, just if you're feeling called to do it, like, hit me up, message me, comment below, whatever. I will walk you through it. I'll reassure you with everything, like, it's totally possible. If I could do it, you could do it. So yeah, don't feel like it's a super hard thing to do. It's not. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this video off now before my battery runs out. Thank you for listening. Bye guys.